Chosen ones, God can't shake this feeling about you, and what's coming is bigger than anything you've ever imagined. A divine shift is unfolding, a moment so powerful it's written in the stars, etched in the heavens, and destined to change your life forever. You're not here by chance, you're here because God has a message for you, a truth so profound it will awaken every part of your soul. Prepare now, because the doors of destiny are swinging wide open, and what's on the other side is meant for you. This isn't just another moment. This is your time's moment. God's eyes are on you, His chosen one, and He's stirring with a feeling that won't let go. It's a call to rise, to step into the fullness of who you were created to be. The world might try to pull you back, but God's plan is unstoppable. You're about to walk into a season of breakthroughs, financial freedom, spiritual clarity, and a life overflowing with purpose. The Holy Spirit is moving, whispering to you right now. Prepare, because what's coming is beyond your wildest dreams. Pause for a second, hit that like button, and comment 777 below to claim this divine energy. That number carries the power of God's perfection, a signal to the universe that you're ready for what's next. Trust me, you'll want to stay until the end, because this message is for times you chosen one, and it's about to light a fire in your soul. Picture a seed buried deep in the earth. It's been there, waiting, pressed down by the weight of the soil. But now, the time has come for it to break through. That seed is you. God planted you with purpose, and He's been nurturing you through every storm, every trial, every moment you thought you couldn't go on. Now, the ground is trembling, and you're about to burst into a life of abundance. The struggles you faced, they weren't meant to break you, they were meant to shape you. God's saying, get ready, because I'm about to show the world who you really are. You might feel it already, a stirring in your spirit, a sense that something big is coming. That's God's voice, urging you to prepare. The gates of heaven are opening, and they're opening for times you This isn't about chasing worldly success or fleeting riches. It's about stepping into a divine inheritance, a life where every need is met, every dream is fulfilled, and every step is guided by His hand. Psalm 23:1 says, "The Lord is my shepherd, I shall not want." That's His promise to you, chosen one. Your season of lack is over. What does preparation look like? It's not about striving or stressing. It's about aligning your heart with God's will. It's about trusting that He's already paved the way. Think of Noah building the ark while the world laughed. He didn't have all the answers, but he had faith. And when the floods came, he was ready. You don't need to see the whole path to take the first step. God's asking you to trust Him, to believe that the blessings He's prepared are already yours. Comment 777 now to declare your faith, to let the heavens know you're ready. The world might tell you to wait, to doubt, to settle for less. But God's saying, not you, chosen one. You were never meant to blend in. You were born to stand out, to shine with a light so bright it dazzles even the darkest corners. Right now, God's rearranging the pieces of your life, relationships, opportunities, finances, all of it. He's moving mountains you didn't even know were there. Isaiah 45:2 says, "I will go before you and level the mountains." That's God's promise, and He's fulfilling it for you, times today. Let's talk about what's coming. It's not just a breakthrough, it's a transformation. Your finances? God's about to pour out blessings so abundant you won't have room to contain them. Malachi 3:10 speaks of a floodgate of heaven's provision, and it's opening for you. Your health? Expect a renewal. a vitality that makes you feel alive in ways you haven't in years. Your purpose? God's about to reveal why you've been through every trial, because each one was preparing you for a destiny so big it'll leave the world in awe. If this is resonating, if you feel that fire in your chest, hit that subscribe button to join thousands of chosen one souls walking this path. Stay with me, because God's not done speaking to you yet. Comment 777 one more time to seal this moment, to let the universe know you're claiming what's yours. Think of David, a shepherd boy facing a giant. The world saw him as small, insignificant, but God saw a king. David didn't need fancy armor or a perfect plan. He had a sling, a stone, and unshakable faith. That's all it took to bring Goliath down. You're standing in front of your own giants right now. Maybe it's debt, fear, or a dream that feels too big. But God's saying, I've equipped you. Take the shot. Your victory is already written. This feeling God can't shake, it's His certainty about you. He knows your heart, your struggles, your dreams. He's seen every tear, every moment you pushed through when no one else believed in you. Now, He's ready to show the world what He's always known. You're unstoppable. The enemy might try to throw obstacles in your path, but they're no match for God's plan. Psalm 34:19 says, Many are the afflictions of the righteous, but the Lord delivers him out of them all. That's you, chosen one. Deliverance is coming. Preparation isn't passive. It's active faith. It's waking up each day knowing God's got you. It's speaking life over your dreams, even when they feel far off. It's trusting that every closed door was protecting you, and every open door is leading you closer to your destiny. Right now, God's aligning divine connections, people who will lift you up, opportunities that will propel you forward. You're not walking this path alone. God's sending helpers, resources, and miracles to meet you where you are. Let's pause for a moment. Feel that? That spark in your spirit? That's God's confirmation. He's telling you to get ready, because what's coming is going to shift everything. Your life is about to become a living testimony of His power. People will look at you and wonder, how did they do it? And you'll point to the heavens and say, it wasn't me, it was God. Comment 777 one last time to anchor this truth, to declare that you're stepping into your divine season. The world is full of noise, doubt, fear, distractions. But you, chosen one, hear a different sound. It's the sound of heaven's gates creaking open, of chains breaking, of dreams coming to life. God's feeling about you is unshakable, because His love for you is unshakable. He's not just preparing you for blessings, He's preparing you to be times a blessing. Your wealth, your health, your joy, they're not just for you. They're tools to lift others up, to shine light in dark places, to show the world what God can do. Think of Esther, a woman who rose from obscurity to save her people. She didn't seek the throne, but God placed her there. When the moment came, she was ready, not because she had all the answers, but because she trusted God's timing. You're in an Esther moment. The stage is set, and God's calling you to step up. The blessings coming your way aren't just for your comfort, they're for your calling. You're about to impact lives in ways you can't yet see. This isn't about chasing temporary highs. It's about stepping into eternal promises. God's plan for you isn't limited by time, circumstance, or human expectations. He's the God who spoke the universe into existence, who parted seas and raised the dead. If He can do that, He can handle your bills, your dreams, your future. Matthew 19:26 says, "With man this is impossible, but with God all things are possible." That's the truth you're standing on today. You might be wondering, what do I do next? Start by believing. Believe that God's feeling about you is real. Believe that the breakthroughs are coming. Believe that you're not just chosen, you're time's anointed asterisk. Every step you take in faith is a step toward the life God's designed for you. Don't let doubt creep in. Don't let the enemy whisper lies. You're not too broken, too old, or too far gone. You're exactly where God needs you to be. The beauty of this moment is that it's not about perfection, it's about readiness. God doesn't need you to have it all together. He just needs you to say yes. Yes to His plan. Yes to His timing. Yes to the transformation He's working in you. Right now, He's reshaping your story, turning your pain into purpose, your struggles into strength. The world will see it, and they'll know it was God. If you're feeling this, if your heart is racing with the truth of what's coming, hit that subscribe button to join thousands of chosen one souls walking this journey. Stay with me, because God's message is still unfolding, and you don't want to miss what's next. Imagine a river, steady and strong, flowing toward its destination. That's God's provision for you. It doesn't stop, doesn't dry up, doesn't waver. It just flows. Right now, that river is rushing toward you, carrying blessings you can't yet see. Your job isn't to make the river flow, it's to step into it. Trust that God's got this. Your finances, your health, your relationships, they're all part of His plan. He's not just fixing what's broken, He's building something new. The enemy might try to make you doubt. He'll point to your past, your mistakes, your fears, but God's saying, look forward. Your past doesn't define you. His promises do. Isaiah 43:19 says, behold, I am doing a new thing. Now it springs forth. Do you not perceive it? That new thing is happening times now, asterisk. It's not a distant hope. It's a present reality. God's feeling about you is so strong because He sees the masterpiece you're becoming. This preparation isn't about earning God's favor. You already have it. It's about opening your heart to receive what He's already set in motion. Think of Joseph, sold into slavery, thrown into prison, forgotten by those he helped. Yet God never forgot him. Every trial was a step toward the palace. Your trials, they're leading you to your palace too. God's weaving a story so beautiful it'll take your breath away. Right now, God's aligning divine opportunities. That job you've been praying for, it's coming. That healing you've been seeking, it's on the way. That dream you've buried, it's about to rise. God's feeling about you is unshakable because His plans for you are unshakable. He's not just preparing you for a moment, He's preparing you for a movement. You're about to step into a life that reflects His glory in every way. The world might not understand it yet. They might look at you and see the old you, the struggles, the setbacks. But God sees the new you. He sees the chosen one, radiant with His light, unstoppable in His purpose. Soon, others will see it too. They'll see the glow in your eyes, the confidence in your step, the peace in your heart. They'll know something supernatural is at work. This is your call to action. Trust. Trust that God's feeling about you is real. Trust that His promises are true. Trust that what's coming is worth preparing for. You don't need to have all the answers. You just need to take the next step. God's already gone ahead of you, clearing the path, opening the doors, setting the stage. Your job is to walk in faith, knowing He's got you covered. Think of the Israelites at the Red Sea. Behind them, an army. Before them, an impossible barrier. But God made a way. He parted the waters, and they walked through on dry ground. That's what he's doing for you. The obstacles in your path, they're parting. The dreams that felt impossible, they're becoming reality. Exodus 14:14 says, "The Lord will fight for you. You need only to be still." Be still, chosen one, and watch him work. This moment is a turning point. God's feeling about you isn't fleeting, it's eternal. He's calling you to prepare because the blessings are already on their way. You're not waiting for a miracle, you're living in one. Every step you take, every prayer you speak, every act of faith is pulling you closer to the life God's designed for you. Don't shrink back. Don't doubt. Step boldly into what's coming. Your life is about to become a testimony. People will look at you and see God's hand. They'll see the wealth, the health, the joy, and they'll know it's not by your strength, it's by His. You're not just receiving blessings, you're becoming a blessing. Your story will inspire others, showing them that God's promises are real, that His love is unstoppable, that His plans are perfect. The gates of heaven are opening, and they're opening for times you asterisk. God's feeling about you is so strong because He knows what you're capable of. He knows the impact you'll make, the lives you'll touch, the legacy you'll leave. This isn't just about today, it's about forever. Your wealth, your purpose, your joy, they're part of God's eternal plan for you. Right now, God's whispering to your spirit, get ready. The breakthroughs are coming, the doors are opening, the blessings are flowing. You're not just a dreamer, you're a doer. You're not just chosen, you're anointed. Step into this moment with faith, with courage, with expectation. God's got you, and He's not letting go. The world might try to distract you, but keep your eyes on Him. The enemy might try to discourage you, but his lies can't touch God's truth. You're standing on a foundation that can't be shaken. Psalm 18:2 says, "The Lord is my rock, my fortress, and my deliverer." That's who's backing you, chosen one. With God as your foundation, nothing can stop you. This preparation is about more than receiving, it's about becoming. God's transforming you from the inside out. Your heart, your mind, your spirit, they're being renewed. The old you, weighed down by doubt and fear, is fading away. The new you, radiant with God's light, is stepping forward. People will notice. They'll see the change in your smile, the strength in your voice, the peace in your presence. Think of Mary, the mother of Jesus, a young girl, chosen for a purpose so big it changed the world. She didn't ask for the role, but she said yes. Her faith carried her through uncertainty, through questions, through the unknown. Your yes to God's call is just as powerful. Say yes to His plan, to His timing, to His blessings. Say yes, and watch what He does. This is your season, chosen one. The gates of heaven are wide open, and God's calling you to walk through. The blessings are ready, the path is clear, the time is now. Don't wait for permission, don't wait for perfection. Step into what God's prepared for you. His feeling about you is unshakable, and what's coming is unstoppable. Get ready, because your life is about to change forever. Chosen ones, God's feeling about you burns brighter than ever, and it's pulling you toward a destiny that will rewrite your story. This isn't just a fleeting moment of inspiration. It's a divine summons to step into a life where every piece of your journey aligns with His purpose. You've felt the tug, haven't you? That quiet whisper in your soul, urging you to prepare for something greater. That's God, calling you to rise, to claim what He's set aside for you, to walk boldly into a future that shines with His glory. Your life is a canvas, and God's the master artist. Every stroke, every trial, every joy, every moment of doubt has been carefully placed to create a masterpiece. You might not see the full picture yet, but trust this, God does. He's painting something extraordinary, and you're at the center of it. Right now, He's adding colors you've never seen, hues of abundance, peace, and purpose. Jeremiah 33:3 says, "Call to me, and I will answer you, and tell you great and unsearchable things you do not know." That's His invitation to you today. This preparation isn't about rushing or forcing things to happen. It's about standing still in faith, letting God move the pieces into place. Think of Abraham, called to a land he didn't know, with a promise he couldn't yet see. He didn't have a map, but he had God's voice, and that was enough. Your faith is enough, chosen one. You don't need to know every detail of what's coming. Just know that God's leading you to a place of promise. The world might try to dim your light, but God's feeling about you is a flame that can't be extinguished. You're not meant to shrink under pressure or fade into the background. You're meant to stand tall, to radiate His truth in a world that's desperate for it. People around you are starting to notice there's something different about you. It's not just your confidence or your smile. It's the presence of God shining through you. They can't explain it, but they feel it. What's coming isn't just a blessing, it's a revolution. Your life is about to become a living proof of God's power. That financial struggle you've been carrying, God's about to turn it into a testimony of provision. That dream you've held on to in secret, He's about to bring it into the light. The things you thought were impossible are about to become your reality. Luke 1:37 says, "For no word from God will ever fail." Hold on to that, because His word over your life is unbreakable. Your preparation is a sacred act. It's choosing to believe when doubt screams louder. It's choosing to pray when worry creeps in. It's choosing to trust when the path looks unclear. God's not asking you to be perfect. He's asking you to be present. Show up for this moment. Show up for His plan. Show up for the version of you He's creating. Every time you choose faith over fear, you're stepping closer to the life He's promised. If this is stirring something in you, hit that subscribe button to join thousands of chosen one souls on this journey. Keep listening, because God's message is alive, and it's speaking directly to you. Imagine a lighthouse standing firm against crashing waves. That's you, chosen one. The storms of life have come, but you're still standing. Why? Because God's built you to withstand anything. Your foundation is His love, His strength, His promises. The waves of doubt, fear, or failure can't knock you down. You're not just surviving, you're shining, guiding others to safety with the light God's placed in you. This moment is about more than personal gain. God's feeling about you is so strong because He sees the impact you'll have. Your blessings aren't just for you, they're for the world around you. That business you're dreaming of, it's not just about profit. It's about creating jobs, inspiring others, showing what faith can do. That kindness you show, it's not just a moment, it's a seed that grows in hearts you'll never meet. You're a catalyst for change, chosen one. The enemy might try to distract you with lies telling you you're not enough, that your moment has passed. But God's truth cuts through the noise. You're not defined by your past mistakes or the opinions of others. You're defined by His call on your life. Psalm 139:14 says, "I am fearfully and wonderfully made." That's not just a verse. It's your identity. God crafted you with purpose, and He's not done with you yet. Preparation means letting go of what's holding you back. Old habits, toxic relationships, limiting beliefs, they don't belong in the life God's building for you. It's not always easy to release them, but it's necessary. Think of a butterfly leaving its cocoon. The struggle is what strengthens its wings. Your struggles have strengthened you, and now it's time to soar. God's calling you to spread your wings and fly into the purpose He's prepared. Right now, God's aligning divine timing. That opportunity you've been waiting for, it's not delayed, it's being perfected. That relationship you've been praying for, it's being shaped by His hand. God's not slow, He's precise. He's making sure everything is ready for the moment you step into your destiny. Ecclesiastes 3:1 says, "There is a time for everything, and a season for every activity under the heavens." Your season is here. The beauty of God's plan is that it's bigger than you can imagine. You might see a single door opening, but God sees a hallway lined with opportunities. You might see a small step, but He sees a journey that spans generations. Your life is a ripple effect, touching lives you haven't even met yet. That's why God's feeling about you is so strong. He knows the legacy you're about to leave. You're not just preparing for blessings, you're preparing to be times a blessing. God's pouring into you so you can pour into others. Your wealth will build communities. Your strength will lift the broken. Your faith will inspire the doubting. You're not just receiving, you're becoming a conduit of God's love. Matthew 5:16 says, "Let your light shine before others, that they may see your good deeds and glorify your Father in heaven." That's your calling. The world might try to box you in, but God's breaking the walls down. You're not limited by your circumstances, your age, or your resources. God's the one who multiplies loaves and fishes, who turns water into wine. He's not bound by what's possible in the natural world, and neither are you. Your life is about to defy expectations because God's plans always do. This preparation is about tuning your heart to His frequency. It's about hearing His voice above the chaos. It's about trusting His timing when the world says, "Hurry." God's feeling about you is a call to focus, to lean in, to listen. He's speaking through every moment of this message, through every stirring in your spirit. Don't ignore it. This is your divine appointment. Think of Daniel in the lion's den. The world saw a death sentence. God saw a testimony. Daniel didn't panic or plead. He trusted, and God didn't just save him, He made him a legend. Your lion's den might be a financial struggle, a broken relationship, or a dream that feels out of reach. But God's saying, "Trust me, I'm turning your trial into a triumph." This is your moment to step into alignment. God's feeling about you is unshakable because His vision for you is unshakable. He sees the end from the beginning, and He's guiding you every step of the way. You're not wandering, you're being led. You're not struggling, you're being shaped. You're not waiting, you're being prepared for a life that will leave the world in awe. The gates of heaven are open, and God's calling you to walk through with boldness. Your preparation isn't about earning His love, you already have it. It's about stepping into the fullness of what He's planned. Every prayer, every act of faith, every moment of trust is building a foundation for the blessings that are coming. Get ready, chosen one, because God's about to show you what He's been planning all along. Chosen ones, God's feeling about you is like a fire that can't be quenched, and it's igniting a path that leads to a future beyond your imagination. This isn't just a season of change, it's a divine awakening, a moment where the heavens are aligning to pour out blessings that will reshape your life. You're standing at the edge of something massive, something God's been preparing since before you took your first breath. His call is clear. Get ready, because the life you're about to step into is radiant with His purpose. Your journey has been a tapestry of moments, some painful, some triumphant, all purposeful. Every tear you've shed, every obstacle you've faced has been a thread in God's design. Now, he's weaving those threads into a story that will leave others speechless. You're not just surviving, you're becoming a living testament to his power. Romans 8:28 says, "And we know that in all things God works for the good of those who love him, who have been called according to his purpose." That's you, chosen one, called, chosen, and destined for greatness. Preparation isn't about striving to prove yourself. It's about resting in the certainty that God's already at work. Think of Moses, standing before the burning bush. He didn't feel ready, didn't have a plan, didn't even speak well. But God chose him, equipped him, and led him to free a nation. You don't need to have it all figured out. God's feeling about you is enough. He's equipping you right now for a purpose that will echo through generations. The world might try to define you by your past, but God defines you by his promise. You're not the sum of your mistakes or your struggles. You're a vessel of his glory, a beacon of his light. People might not see it yet, but they will. They'll see the way you walk with confidence, the way you carry peace in chaos, the way your life radiates something supernatural. That's God's hand on you, chosen one, and it's about to become undeniable. What's coming is a tidal wave of favor. God's opening doors. No one can shut opportunities that align with your dreams, connections that lift you higher, resources that meet your needs. This isn't about temporary fixes, it's about eternal provision. Your finances are shifting, your health is being restored, your heart is being renewed. Revelation 3:8 says, "I have placed before you an open door that no one can shut." That door is yours, and it's swinging wide open. Your preparation is a sacred alignment. It's tuning your spirit to God's rhythm, letting his voice drown out the noise of doubt. It's choosing to believe that his plans are better than your own. Every time you pray, every time you trust, you're stepping closer to the life he's designed. You're not chasing blessings, you're positioning yourself to receive what's already yours. God's feeling about you is a guarantee that your future is secure. If this is resonating, if you feel that spark in your soul, hit that subscribe button to join thousands of chosen one souls on this journey. Stay with me, because God's message is alive and speaking directly to you. Picture a seed breaking through concrete. It seems impossible, but with time, pressure, and persistence, it cracks the stone. That's you right now. The concrete of your past, fear, failure, rejection, can't hold you back. God's life in you is stronger than any barrier. You're breaking through, not by your strength, but by his power. Your life is about to bloom in ways that defy logic, showing the world what God can do. This moment is about stepping into your authority. God's feeling about you is a call to claim your place as his chosen. You're not just a bystander in your story. You're the one God's anointed to lead, to create, to inspire. The dreams you've carried, the visions you've held, they're not accidents, they're divine assignments. God's saying, now's the time. Step up and own it. Your authority in him is unshakable. The enemy might try to throw shadows over your path, whispering that you're not ready, that you're not worthy. But God's voice is louder. He's saying, you're mine, and I've prepared you for this. Every trial you've faced has been a training ground, building your faith, sharpening your focus. Psalm 18:34 says, "He trains my hands for battle. My arms can bend a bow of bronze." God's made you a warrior, chosen one, ready for victory. Your preparation is about seeing the invisible. It's looking beyond what's in front of you to the promises God's placed within you. The world might see limitations, but you see possibilities. Think of Elijah, who prayed for rain when the sky was clear. He didn't need to see the clouds to know God would deliver. Your faith is your vision. Trust what God's promised, even when it's not yet visible. It's coming. God's feeling about you is a divine urgency. He's not just planning your future, He's orchestrating it with precision. Every detail of your life, every meeting, every opportunity, every challenge is part of His strategy. You're not wandering through life. You're walking a path He's paved. Isaiah 30:21 says, "Your ears will hear a voice behind you saying, 'This is the way, walk in it.'" That voice is guiding you now. This isn't just about personal gain, it's about eternal impact. God's preparing you to be a light in dark places, a voice for the voiceless, a hope for the hopeless. Your blessings are tools for His kingdom. The wealth He's bringing, it's to build, to give, to transform. The strength He's giving, it's to lift others up. You're not just receiving, you're being positioned to change the world. The world might try to pull you back, but God's pulling you forward. You're not bound by society's rules or expectations. You're bound by His love, His purpose, His promises. People might not understand your journey yet, but they'll see it soon. They'll see the glow of God's favor, the strength of His anointing, the beauty of His work in you. Your life is becoming a living sermon, preaching His goodness without a word. Preparation means embracing the process. It's not always comfortable, but it's always purposeful. God's refining you, shaping you, making you ready for what's next. Think of a diamond formed under pressure, cut with precision, polished to shine. That's you right now. Every challenge is a cut, every trial a polish, preparing you to reflect His glory in ways you can't yet imagine. God's feeling about you is a call to courage. You're not meant to shrink back or play small. You're meant to step boldly into the life He's designed. The dreams that scare you, they're from Him. The opportunities that feel too big, they're His gift to you. Joshua 1-9 says, "Be strong and courageous. Do not be afraid. Do not be discouraged, for the Lord your God will be with you wherever you go." That's your mandate, chosen one. Your life is a divine symphony, and God's the conductor. Every note, every high, every low has been orchestrated to create a masterpiece. Right now, He's bringing the crescendo, the moment where every part of your story comes together in harmony. You're not just living, you're creating a legacy. Your faith, your obedience, your trust, they're music to His ears, and they're about to resound through the heavens. The enemy might try to disrupt the rhythm, but he can't stop the song. God's plan for you is unstoppable, unshakable, eternal. You're not just walking through life. You're dancing to a divine beat. Every step you take in faith is a move in His choreography, leading you closer to the stage He's prepared. Get ready, because the spotlight's about to shine on you. This preparation is about embracing your identity. You're not just a person with a past. You're a chosen one with a purpose. God's feeling about you is rooted in who He created you to be. You're not an accident or an afterthought. You're His masterpiece, His treasure, His child. Ephesians 2:10 says, "For we are God's handiwork, created in Christ Jesus to do good works, which God prepared in advance for us to do." That's your truth. The world might try to label you, but God's label is the only one that matters. He calls you chosen, anointed, destined. He sees the fire in your spirit, the strength in your heart, the dreams in your soul. He's not just preparing you for blessings, He's preparing you to be a blessing that shifts generations. Your life is about to become a story that others tell, a testimony that inspires, a light that never fades. Chosen ones, God's feeling about you is a divine current surging through your life, pulling you toward a destiny that pulses with His power. This isn't just a fleeting spark, it's a force that's been building, ready to erupt into a wave of transformation. You're not standing still. You're on the cusp of a breakthrough that will redefine everything. God's calling you to prepare, to brace yourself for a season where His promises unfold in ways that will leave you in awe. Your life is a mosaic, each piece a moment of faith, struggle, or victory, carefully placed by God's hand. Those moments you thought were random heartaches, triumphs, quiet prayers in the dark, they weren't accidents. They were divine placements, shaping you for what's coming. Now, God's arranging those pieces into a picture of glory. Psalm 138:8 says, "The Lord will fulfill His purpose for me. Your steadfast love, O Lord, endures forever." That's His commitment to you, chosen one. Preparation isn't about forcing doors open. It's about trusting God to turn the key. Think of Hannah, praying for a child when hope seemed lost. She didn't give up. She poured out her heart to God, and He didn't just answer, He gave her Samuel, a prophet who changed a nation. Your prayers, your faith, your persistence, they're about to birth something greater than you can imagine. God's listening, and He's moving. The world might try to drown out your purpose with distractions, bills, doubts, naysayers. But God's feeling about you cuts through the chaos. You're not meant to be silenced or sidelined. You're meant to rise, to carry a light that pierces the darkness. People are starting to see it, the way you handle challenges with grace, the way you stand firm when others waver. That's not just you. That's God's Spirit shining through you. What's coming is a divine overflow. God's about to pour out provision that exceeds your needs, finances to free you from worry, wisdom to guide your steps, peace to steady your heart. This isn't about scraping by. It's about thriving in every area of your life. Zechariah 9:12 says, "Return to your stronghold, O prisoners of hope. Today I declare that I will restore to you double." That double portion is yours, chosen one, and it's on its way. Your preparation is a holy discipline. It's choosing to believe God's promises over the world's lies. It's speaking life over your dreams, even when they feel distant. It's walking forward, even when the path is foggy. God's not asking for perfection. He's asking for your yes. Say yes to His plan, yes to His timing, yes to the transformation He's working in you. Every yes brings you closer to His purpose. If this is stirring your spirit, hit that subscribe button to join thousands of chosen one souls on this journey. Stay with me, because God's message is alive and it's speaking straight to your heart. Imagine a river carving its way through stone. It doesn't rush or force its path. It flows with relentless purpose, shaping the hardest surfaces over time. That's you right now, chosen one. The obstacles in your life, debt, fear, rejection, are no match for the steady flow of God's power in you. You're not breaking under pressure. You're reshaping the world around you, carving a path for His glory to shine through. This moment is about claiming your divine inheritance. God's feeling about you is a call to step into the wealth, purpose, and joy He's promised. You're not just hoping for a better future. You're stepping into it. The dreams you've carried, the prayers you've whispered, they're not forgotten. They're seeds God's been watering, and now they're about to sprout. Your inheritance is ready, and it's time to claim it. The enemy might try to cloud your vision, telling you your moment has passed or your dreams are too big. But God's truth is clearer than any lie. You're not defined by what you've lost or what you lack. You're defined by His love, his call, his promises. Psalm 16:5 says, "Lord, you alone are my portion and my cup. You make my lot secure. Your security is in him, and he's making your path unshakable." Your preparation is about seeing with spiritual eyes. It's looking past the surface, past the bills, the setbacks, the doubts, to the reality God's creating. Think of Elisha's servant, terrified by an enemy army. Elisha prayed, "Open his eyes, Lord, so that he may see." And the servant saw heaven's armies surrounding them. 2 Kings 6:17. God's opening your eyes now, chosen one, to see the provision, protection, and purpose he's prepared. God's feeling about you is a divine blueprint. He's not just giving you blessings. He's building a life that reflects his glory. Every detail, your relationships, your career, your health, is part of his design. You're not stumbling through life. You're walking a path he's crafted with care. Trust his process. Trust his timing. Trust that every step is leading you to a future that shines. This isn't just about you, it's about the ripple effect of your life. God's preparing you to touch hearts, change communities, shift generations. Your blessings are a platform for his kingdom, the wealth he's bringing. It's to fund dreams that glorify him. The strength he's giving, it's to carry others forward. You're not just a recipient, you're a vessel of his love, pouring out hope to a world in need. The world might try to limit you, but God's limits are boundless. You're not confined by what's possible in the natural world. You're walking in the supernatural, where miracles are normal, where provision flows freely, where dreams come alive. People will see it, the glow in your spirit, the fire in your eyes, the peace in your steps. They'll know God's at work in you, and they'll want to know him too. Preparation means embracing the tension. It's holding on to faith when the world pulls you toward doubt. It's trusting God's promises when circumstances scream otherwise. Think of Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego facing a fiery furnace. They didn't bow to fear. They stood firm in faith, and God didn't just save them. He walked with them through the fire. Daniel 3:25. Your fire is real, but so is God's presence, and he's walking with you. God's feeling about you is a divine assurance. He's not just hoping for your success, he's guaranteeing it. Every promise he's made, every dream he's planted, every step he's guided, it's all coming together. You're not waiting for a breakthrough, you're living in one. Every act of faith, every moment of trust is pulling you closer to the life he's designed. Get ready, because the next chapter is about to unfold. Your life is a divine narrative, and God's the author. Every twist, every turn, every moment of tension has been written to reveal his glory. You're not just a character in this story, you're the one he's chosen to shine. The world might not understand it yet, but they'll see it soon. The way your life defies odds, the way your faith moves mountains, the way your story points to him. The enemy might try to rewrite your story, but he doesn't hold the pen. God does, and his plans are perfect, his promises unbreakable, his love unending. You're not fighting for victory, you're walking in it. Every step you take in faith is a declaration that God's feeling about you is true. You're not just surviving, you're thriving, shining, becoming everything he created you to be. This preparation is about embracing your calling. You're not just chosen, you're commissioned. God's feeling about you is a mandate to live boldly, to love fiercely, to shine brightly. Your life is a message, a testimony, a light. Step into it with confidence, knowing that God's got you, that his plans are unfolding, that your destiny is secure. The gates of heaven are open, and you're walking through. Chosen ones, God's feeling about you is a divine pulse, beating with a rhythm that echoes through eternity, calling you to a life that radiates His glory. This isn't just a moment of inspiration, it's a sacred summons, a call to step into a destiny that's been written in the heavens. You're standing at a threshold where the ordinary fades and the extraordinary begins. God's urging you to prepare, to ready your heart for a season where His promises bloom in ways that will leave you breathless. Your life is a sacred blueprint, drawn by the hand of the Creator. Every choice, every challenge, every quiet moment of faith has been a line in His design. You might have felt lost at times, but you were never off course. God's been guiding you, shaping you, preparing you for a purpose that's bigger than you can see. Psalm 37:23 says, "The steps of a man are established by the Lord when He delights in His way." That's you, chosen one. Your steps are ordered, your path is secure. Preparation isn't about rushing to make things happen. It's about trusting God's timing, knowing He's already at work. Think of Ruth, gleaning in the fields, not knowing Boaz was watching. She didn't force her way into blessing. She walked in faith, and God led her to a future she couldn't have dreamed. Your faithfulness, your trust, your obedience, they're leading you to a Boaz moment where provision and purpose collide. The world might try to pull you down, but God's feeling about you lifts you higher. You're not meant to be weighed down by fear or doubt. You're meant to soar, to carry a light that breaks through the darkest storms. People are noticing it the way you face challenges with calm, the way you speak with certainty. That's not just confidence. It's the Holy Spirit moving through you, marking you as His own. What's coming is a divine unveiling. God's about to reveal the fullness of His plan. Blessings that overflow, opportunities that align, dreams that come to life. This isn't about small wins. It's about a life transformed. Your finances will shift, your relationships will deepen, your purpose will shine. Joel 2:25 says, "I will restore to you the years that the swarming locust has eaten." God's restoring everything you've lost, and He's adding more. Your preparation is a holy surrender. It's letting go of control and trusting God's hands. It's choosing faith when the world demands proof. It's believing in the promise when the process feels slow. God's not asking you to be flawless. He's asking you to be faithful. Every prayer you pray, every step you take, is aligning you with His plan. You're not chasing destiny, you're stepping into it. If this is igniting your spirit, hit that subscribe button to join thousands of chosen one souls on this journey. Stay with me, because God's message is unfolding and it's speaking directly to you. Picture a flame in the darkness, steady and unyielding. That's you, chosen one. The shadows of life, fear, failure, rejection, can't extinguish you. Why? Because God's Spirit is the fire within you, burning brighter with every trial. You're not just enduring, you're illuminating, showing the world what faith looks like. Your life is a beacon, drawing others to the light of His love. This moment is about embracing your divine assignment. God's feeling about you is a call to action, not to strive, but to shine. You're not just here to live, you're here to lead, to inspire, to transform. The dreams in your heart, the passions in your soul, they're not random. They're God's fingerprints, marking you for a purpose that changes lives. You're not just chosen, you're commissioned. The enemy might try to sow seeds of doubt, whispering that you're not enough, that your time has passed. But God's truth is stronger. You're not defined by your setbacks or your scars. You're defined by His promise, His love, His call. Psalm 30:5 says, "Weeping may tarry for the night, but joy comes with the morning." Your morning is here, chosen one, and it's bursting with joy. Your preparation is about cultivating faith. It's planting seeds of trust. Even when the ground feels barren, it's speaking life over your dreams, even when they seem distant. Think of the woman with the issue of blood, reaching for Jesus's cloak. She didn't need a plan, she needed faith, and that faith made her whole. Mark 5:34. Your faith is making you whole, aligning you with God's promises. God's feeling about you is a divine compass. It's guiding you through the fog, pointing you toward His purpose. Every decision, every prayer, every moment of trust is a step in the right direction. You're not lost, you're led. God's not just planning your future, He's walking it with you. Isaiah 58:11 says, "The Lord will guide you always. He will satisfy your needs." That's His promise, and it's yours to claim. This isn't just about personal victory, it's about eternal impact. God's preparing you to be a vessel of His love, a carrier of His light. Your blessings are tools for His kingdom wealth to build, strength to lift, joy to share. You're not just receiving, you're giving, pouring out hope to a world that's starving for it. Your life is a testimony, showing others what God can do. The world might try to box you in, but God's breaking the walls. You're not limited by what's around you, your job, your bank account, your past. You're walking in the limitless power of His Spirit. People will see it the way you carry peace in chaos, the way you shine in darkness. They'll know it's not you, it's God. Your life is becoming a living proof of His goodness. Preparation means embracing the refining fire. It's not always easy, but it's always worth it. God's shaping you, burning away what doesn't belong: fear, doubt, shame. Think of gold purified in the furnace. The heat doesn't destroy it, it makes it shine. Your trials are refining you, making you ready to reflect His glory in ways that will stun the world. God's feeling about you is a divine assurance. He's not just hoping you'll make it, He's ensuring it. Every promise He's spoken, every dream He's planted, is coming to life. You're not waiting for a miracle, you're living one. Every act of faith, every moment of trust, is building a foundation for the life He's designed. Get ready, because His plan is unfolding. Your life is a divine story, and God's the author. Every chapter, every struggle, every victory has been written to reveal His glory. You're not just a character, you're the one He's chosen to shine. The world might not see it yet, but they will. They'll see the way your life defies odds, the way your faith moves mountains, the way your story points to Him. The enemy might try to rewrite your narrative, but he doesn't hold the pen. God does. His plans are perfect, His promises unbreakable. You're not fighting for victory, you're walking in it. Every step you take in faith is a declaration that His feeling about you is true. You're not just surviving, you're thriving, becoming everything He created you to be. This preparation is about embracing your divine rhythm. You're not rushing or lagging, you're moving in step with God's timing. Every prayer, every act of faith is syncing you with His plan. You're not chasing destiny, you're dancing with it. The gates of heaven are open, and God's calling you to step through with confidence, knowing His love is guiding every move. Chosen ones, God's feeling about you is a divine spark, igniting a fire that will blaze through every corner of your life. This isn't just a fleeting moment of hope, it's a holy awakening, a call to step into a destiny that pulses with His purpose. You're standing on the edge of a transformation so profound, it will shift the very ground beneath you. God's urging you to prepare, to open your heart to a season where His promises unfold with breathtaking clarity. Your life is a sacred tapestry, woven with threads of faith, resilience, and divine intention. Every moment you've faced, every doubt, every triumph, every silent prayer has been a stitch in God's masterpiece. You might not see the full design yet, but He does. He's crafting something extraordinary, and you're at its heart. Psalm 139:16 says, "Your eyes saw my unformed body. All the days ordained for me were written in your book before one of them came to be." That's His promise to you. Chosen one, your days are ordained, your purpose secure. Preparation isn't about striving to earn God's favor. It's about trusting He's already moving. Think of Gideon, called to lead an army with just a handful of men. He felt unworthy, unprepared, but God saw a mighty warrior. Gideon's faith turned the impossible into victory. Your faith, your trust, your willingness, they're turning your impossibilities into realities. God's equipping you for a battle you're destined to win. The world might try to dim your vision, but God's feeling about you sharpens your sight. You're not meant to stumble in the shadows of fear or doubt. You're meant to walk with clarity, carrying a light that reveals truth. People are starting to notice the way you stand firm in chaos, the way your presence brings peace. That's not just you. That's God's Spirit radiating through you, marking you as His chosen. What's coming is a divine outpouring. God's about to flood your life with blessings, provision that overflows, wisdom that guides, joy that sustains. This isn't about barely getting by. It's about living in abundance. Zephaniah 3:17 says, "The Lord your God is with you, the mighty warrior who saves. He will take great delight in you." That delight is fueling your future, chosen one, and it's about to change everything. Your preparation is a sacred alignment. It's tuning your soul to God's frequency, letting His voice guide your steps. It's choosing to trust when the world screams doubt. It's believing in His promises when circumstances waver. God's not asking for perfection. He's asking for your heart. Every prayer, every act of faith is syncing you with His plan, pulling you closer to the life He's designed. If this is stirring your spirit, hit that subscribe button to join thousands of chosen one souls on this journey. Stay with me, because God's message is alive, speaking straight to your core. Picture a tree, rooted deep, standing tall through storms. That's you, chosen one. The winds of life, rejection, loss, uncertainty have tried to uproot you, but your roots are in God. You're not just standing, you're thriving, bearing fruit that blesses others. Your strength isn't in your branches, but in your foundation. God's love, His promises, His power. You're a living testament to His faithfulness. This moment is about stepping into your divine authority. God's feeling about you is a call to rise, to claim the power He's placed within you. You're not just here to exist. You're here to lead, to create, to inspire. The dreams you carry, the passions that burn, they're not accidents. They're God's assignments, calling you to make a mark that echoes through eternity. The enemy might try to whisper lies, telling you your moment's past or you're not enough. But God's truth drowns out the noise. You're not defined by your failures or your fears. You're defined by His call, His love, His purpose. Psalm 46:5 says, "God is within her. She will not fall. God will help her at break of day." That's you, chosen one, unshakable, upheld by His hand. Your preparation is about cultivating vision. It's seeing beyond the surface, beyond the bills, the doubts, the delays to the reality God's crafting. Think of Caleb, standing before a land of giants, While others saw obstacles, he saw promise. "We can certainly do it," he said. Numbers 13:30. Your faith is your lens, revealing the opportunities God's prepared. Trust what you see in him, not what the world shows. God's feeling about you is a divine orchestration. He's not just planning your path. He's aligning every detail, people, places, moments to fulfill his purpose. You're not wandering aimlessly. You're walking a road he's paved. Isaiah 55:12 says, "You will go out in joy and be led forth in peace." That joy, that peace, it's yours, guiding you to a future that shines with his glory. This isn't just about personal gain, it's about divine legacy. God's preparing you to leave a mark that lasts beyond your lifetime. Your blessings are tools to build his kingdom wealth, to fund dreams, strength to lift others, faith to inspire hope. You're not just receiving, you're becoming a channel of his love, transforming lives in ways you can't yet see. The world might try to confine you, but God's setting you free. You're not bound by circumstances, your job, your past, your resources. You're walking in his limitless power. People will see it, the confidence in your step, the light in your eyes, the peace in your heart. They'll know something supernatural is at work, and they'll be drawn to him through you. Preparation means embracing the process. It's not always smooth, but it's always purposeful. God's refining you, stripping away what doesn't belong. Fear, shame, doubt. Think of a potter shaping clay. Every press, every turn is intentional, creating a vessel for his glory. Your challenges are shaping you, preparing you to carry his blessings with grace. God's feeling about you is a divine certainty. He's not just hoping for your future, he's securing it. Every promise he's made, every seed he's planted, is sprouting. You're not waiting for a breakthrough, you're standing in one. Every step of faith, every moment of trust, is building a life that reflects his power. Get ready, because his plan is unfolding now. Your life is a divine melody, and God's the composer. Every note, every high, every low has been crafted to create a song that glorifies him. You're not just singing, you're becoming the music, a sound that resonates with hope, faith, and love. The world will hear it, and they'll know it's him, not you, who wrote the score. The enemy might try to disrupt the harmony, but he can't silence the song. God's plans are unstoppable, his promises unbreakable. You're not fighting for a place, you're claiming one. Every act of faith is a note in his symphony, declaring his feeling about you is true. You're not just living, you're becoming a masterpiece, a melody that echoes through eternity. This preparation is about embracing your divine rhythm. You're not rushing or lagging, you're moving with God's timing. Every prayer, every choice is aligning you with his purpose. You're not chasing a dream, you're dancing with destiny. The gates of heaven are open, and God's calling you to step through, knowing his love is guiding every beat. Chosen ones, God's feeling about you is a divine tide, rising within your soul, pulling you toward a horizon where his promises come alive. This isn't just a fleeting whisper of hope, it's a mighty current, sweeping you into a destiny that pulses with his purpose. You're standing at the edge of a transformation so vast, it will reshape your entire existence. God's calling you to prepare, to open your heart to a season where his plans unfold with undeniable power. Your life is a sacred scroll written by the hand of the Creator. Every moment, every tear, every victory, every quiet act of faith has been inscribed with divine intention. You might not see the full story yet, but God holds the pen. He's crafting a narrative that will leave the world in awe. Jeremiah 29:11 says, "For I know the plans I have for you, declares the Lord, plans for welfare and not for evil, to give you a future and a hope. That's his vow to you. Chosen one, your future is radiant. Preparation isn't about forcing your way forward. It's about trusting God's hand to guide you. Think of Jonah, called to Nineveh, running from his purpose. Even in his rebellion, God pursued him, redirected him, and used him to save a city. Your detours, your doubts, they're not the end of your story. They're part of God's redirection, leading you to a purpose greater than you can imagine. The world might try to chain you to its limits, but God's feeling about you breaks every bond. You're not meant to be held back by fear or failure. You're meant to rise, carrying a light that cuts through the darkest nights. People are starting to see it, the way you face storms with strength, the way your presence brings calm. That's not just you. It's God's Spirit moving through you, marking you as His own. What's coming is a divine cascade. God's about to pour out blessings that overflow your expectations, provision for every need, clarity for every decision, joy for every moment. This isn't about surviving, it's about thriving in His abundance. Deuteronomy 28:2 says, "All these blessings will come upon you and overtake you if you obey the voice of the Lord your God." Those blessings are overtaking you now, chosen one. Your preparation is a holy alignment. It's syncing your heart with God's will, letting His voice drown out the noise of doubt. It's choosing faith when the world offers fear. It's trusting His promises when the path seems unclear. God's not asking for perfection. He's asking for your surrender. Every prayer, every step of faith is drawing you closer to the life He's designed for you. If this is sparking something in your soul, hit that subscribe button to join thousands of chosen one souls on this journey. Stay with me, because God's message is alive, speaking directly to your spirit. Picture a mountain standing firm through centuries of storms. That's you, chosen one. The winds of life, loss, rejection, uncertainty have battered you, but you're still standing. Why? Because your foundation is God's truth, His love, His power. You're not just enduring, you're unmovable, a testament to His strength. Your life is a monument to His faithfulness, inspiring others to stand firm. This moment is about claiming your divine mantle. God's feeling about you is a call to step into the authority He's given you. You're not just here to live, you're here to lead, to create, to transform. The dreams burning in your heart, the visions stirring in your soul, they're not random. They're God's call, urging you to wear the mantle of His purpose and change the world. The enemy might try to cloud your path, whispering that you're too broken, too late, too small. But God's truth cuts through the lies. You're not defined by your scars or your struggles. You're defined by His promise, His love, His call. Psalm 91:1 says, "He who dwells in the shelter of the Most High will abide in the shadow of the Almighty." That's you, chosen one, safe, secure, and destined for greatness. Your preparation is about cultivating courage. It's choosing to trust when fear looms large. It's speaking life over your dreams when doubt creeps in. Think of Peter, stepping out onto the water. He didn't need to know how to walk. He needed to trust Jesus' voice. Matthew 14:29. Your faith is your anchor, keeping you steady as you step into the unknown. Trust His voice, and you'll walk on water. God's feeling about you is a divine map. He's not just pointing you to a destination. He's guiding every step, every moment, every prayer. Every choice is a coordinate on His map, leading you to a future that shines with His glory. You're not lost, you're led. Isaiah 42:16 says, I will lead the blind in a way they do not know. In paths they have not known, I will guide them. That's his promise to you. This isn't just about personal triumph, it's about divine impact. God's preparing you to be a light in dark places, a hope for the hopeless, a strength for the weary. Your blessings are tools to build his kingdom wealth, to fund dreams, wisdom to guide others, joy to lift hearts. You're not just receiving, you're becoming a vessel of his love, transforming lives with every step. The world might try to box you in, but God's tearing down the walls. You're not limited by your circumstances, your past, your resources, your doubts. You're walking in his limitless power. People will see it, the peace in your heart, the fire in your spirit, the glow of his favor. They'll know it's not you, it's God, working through you to draw them to him. Preparation means embracing the refining process. It's not always comfortable, but it's always purposeful. God's shaping you, burning away what doesn't belong: fear, shame, hesitation. Think of a blade forged in fire, sharpened for battle. Your trials are forging you, making you ready to cut through obstacles and shine with his glory. You're becoming a weapon for his purpose. God's feeling about you is a divine certainty. He's not just dreaming of your future, he's crafting it. Every promise, every vision, every step is coming together in his perfect plan. You're not waiting for a miracle, you're living in one. Every act of faith, every moment of trust, is building a life that reflects his power. Get ready, because his purpose is unfolding now. Your life is a divine canvas, and God's the artist. Every stroke, every challenge, every victory is part of his masterpiece. You're not just a subject, you're the one he's chosen to shine. The world might not see it yet, but they will. They'll see the way your faith moves mountains, the way your life defies odds, the way your story points to him. The enemy might try to paint over your story, but he doesn't hold the brush. God does. His plans are perfect, his promises unshakable. You're not fighting for victory, you're walking in it. Every step of faith is a stroke of his brush, declaring his feeling about you is true. You're not just surviving, you're becoming a work of art, a masterpiece that glorifies him. This preparation is about embracing your divine flow. You're not forcing or chasing, you're moving with God's current. Every prayer, every choice is aligning you with his purpose. You're not running toward destiny, you're flowing with it. The gates of heaven are open, and God's calling you to step through, trusting his love to carry you every step of the way. Chosen ones, God's feeling about you is a divine beacon shining through the fog of this world, guiding you toward a destiny that pulses with his eternal purpose. This isn't just a fleeting moment of clarity, it's a sacred call, summoning you to step into a life where his promises unfold with unstoppable force. You're standing at the edge of transformation that will ripple through your existence, and God's urging you to prepare for a season that will redefine who you are. Your life is a holy symphony, each note a moment of faith, struggle, or triumph, composed by the Creator's hand. Every tear you've shed, every step you've taken, every whispered prayer has been a melody in his score. You might not hear the full song yet, but God does. He's crafting a masterpiece that will echo through eternity. Psalm 40:3 says, "He put a new song in my mouth, a hymn of praise to our God." That's you, chosen one, singing a new song, radiant with his glory. Preparation isn't about chasing outcomes, it's about trusting God's orchestration. Think of Nehemiah, rebuilding Jerusalem's walls despite opposition. He didn't have all the resources or answers, but he had God's call. With faith, he turned ruins into restoration. your faith, your trust, your obedience. They're rebuilding the broken places in your life, setting the stage for God's promises to shine. The world might try to mute your voice, but God's feeling about you amplifies your purpose. You're not meant to fade into the noise of doubt or fear. You're meant to stand out, carrying a melody that resonates with hope. People are noticing the way you carry peace in turmoil, the way your words spark life. That's not just you. It's God's Spirit singing through you, marking you as His chosen. What's coming is a divine crescendo. God's about to pour out blessings that surpass your imagination, provision that overflows, wisdom that clarifies, joy that sustains. This isn't about scraping by. It's about living in His abundance. Haggai 2:9 says, "The glory of this present house will be greater than the glory of the former house." That greater glory is yours, chosen one, and it's unfolding now. Your preparation is a sacred tuning. It's aligning your heart with God's rhythm, letting His voice rise above the chaos. It's choosing faith when doubt presses in. It's trusting His plan when the path feels uncertain. God's not asking for flawless steps. He's asking for your willingness. Every prayer, every act of faith is harmonizing your life with His purpose, drawing you closer to His design. If this is stirring your soul, hit that subscribe button to join thousands of chosen one souls on this journey. Stay with me, because God's message is alive, speaking straight to your heart. Picture a lighthouse standing firm against crashing waves. That's you, chosen one. The storms of life, rejection, loss, uncertainty have tried to shake you, but your foundation is God's truth. You're not just standing, you're shining, guiding others through the darkness. Your light isn't dimmed by the storms, it's strengthened, a beacon of hope that draws others to His love. This moment is about embracing your divine commission. God's feeling about you is a call to step into the role. He's prepared a leader, a healer, a light bearer. The dreams stirring in your heart, the passions driving you forward, they're not random. They're God's orders, calling you to make an impact that echoes beyond your lifetime. You're not just here to exist, you're here to transform. The enemy might try to dim your light, whispering that you're not ready, not worthy. But God's truth burns brighter. You're not defined by your past or your pain. You're defined by His call, His love, His purpose. Psalm 27:1 says, "The Lord is my light and my salvation, whom shall I fear?" That's you, chosen one, fearless, radiant, and destined for victory. Your preparation is about cultivating resilience. It's choosing to stand when the world pushes you to fall. It's speaking hope when despair looms large. Think of Paul and Silas singing praises in prison. Their chains didn't silence them. Their faith shook the earth. Acts 16:26. Your faith is your song, shaking the foundations of doubt and unlocking God's promises in your life. God's feeling about you is a divine compass, pointing you toward His purpose. Every moment, every prayer, every choice is a step in the right direction. You're not wandering, you're guided. Isaiah 30:21 says, "Your ears will hear a voice behind you, saying, 'This is the way, walk in it.'" That voice is leading you now, chosen one, to a future that shines with His glory. This isn't just about personal blessings, it's about divine legacy. God's preparing you to leave a mark that endures, to touch lives you'll never meet, to shift generations with your faith. Your wealth is for building His kingdom, your strength for lifting others, your joy for spreading hope. You're not just receiving, you're becoming a conduit of His love, changing the world one act at a time. The world might try to limit your reach, but God's expanding your horizon. You're not bound by your circumstances, your job, your past, your doubts. You're walking in His boundless power. People will see it, the calm in your spirit, the fire in your eyes, the glow of His favor. They'll know it's not you, it's God, drawing them closer through your life. Preparation means embracing the forging process. It's not always easy, but it's always intentional. God's shaping you, burning away what doesn't belong. Fear, shame, hesitation. Think of a sword, tempered in fire, sharpened for battle. Your trials are tempering you, making you ready to wield His purpose with precision. You're becoming a weapon for His glory. God's feeling about you is a divine assurance. He's not just hoping for your success, He's securing it. Every promise, every dream, every step is part of His plan. You're not waiting for a miracle, you're living in one. Every act of faith, every moment of trust, is building a life that reflects His power. Get ready, because His purpose is unfolding now. Your life is a bend in divine poem, each line a moment of faith crafted by God's hand. Every struggle, every victory is a verse in His masterpiece. You're not just a reader, you're the one He's chosen to speak His words. The world might not hear it yet, but they will. They'll hear the way your life proclaims His truth, the way your faith moves mountains, the way your story glorifies Him. The enemy might try to silence your voice, but he doesn't hold the words. God does. His plans are perfect, His promises unbreakable. You're not fighting for a place, you're claiming one. Every step of faith is a line in His poem, declaring His feeling about you is true. You're not just surviving, you're becoming a voice that echoes His love through eternity. This preparation is about embracing your divine cadence. You're not rushing or faltering, you're moving with God's rhythm. Every prayer, every choice is aligning you with His purpose. You're not chasing destiny, you're flowing with it. The gates of heaven are open, and God's calling you to step through, trusting His love to guide every word you speak. Chosen ones, God's feeling about you is a divine wind, sweeping through your life, carrying you toward a destiny that shines with His eternal purpose. This isn't just a moment of inspiration, it's a sacred surge, pushing you into a season where His promises burst forth with unstoppable power. You're standing at the brink of a transformation that will redefine your existence, and God's calling you to prepare for a future that radiates His glory. Your life is a holy mosaic, each piece a moment of faith, struggle, or victory, placed by the Creator's hand. Every doubt you've faced, every hope you've held, every quiet moment of trust has been a fragment in His design. You might not see the full picture yet, but God does. He's crafting a masterpiece that will leave the world in awe. Psalm 121:8 says, "The Lord will watch over your coming and going, both now and forevermore." That's His promise to you, chosen one. Your path is guarded, your purpose secure. Preparation isn't about forcing your way through. It's about trusting God's guidance. Think of Deborah leading Israel with wisdom and courage. She didn't seek power, she answered God's call. Her faith turned a nation's fear into victory. Your faith, your trust, your obedience. They're turning your challenges into triumphs, setting the stage for God's promises to unfold in your life. The world might try to weigh you down with doubt or distraction, but God's feeling about you lifts you higher. You're not meant to be tethered to fear or failure. You're meant to rise, carrying a light that pierces the darkest shadows. People are noticing the way you stand steady in storms, the way your presence brings hope. That's not just you. It's God's Spirit shining through you, marking you as His chosen. What's coming is a divine flood. God's about to pour out blessings that overflow your expectations, provision for every need, clarity for every step, peace for every moment. This isn't about getting by, it's about living in His abundance. Ezekiel 34:26 says, "I will make them and the places around my hill a blessing." That blessing is yours, chosen one, and it's about to transform your life. Your preparation is a sacred surrender. It's letting go of control and trusting God's plan. It's choosing faith when the world offers uncertainty. It's believing in His promises when the path feels unclear. God's not asking for perfection. He's asking for your heart. Every prayer, every act of faith is aligning you with His purpose, drawing you closer to the life He's designed. If this is stirring your spirit, hit that subscribe button to join thousands of chosen one souls on this journey. Stay with me, because God's message is alive, speaking directly to your soul. Picture a river cutting through stone with steady persistence. That's you, chosen one. The obstacles of life, rejection, loss, doubt, have tried to block your path, but your strength is in God. You're not just flowing, you're carving a way forward, shaping the world around you. Your life is a testament to His power, showing others what faith can do. This moment is about stepping into your divine calling. God's feeling about you is a summons to embrace the purpose He's placed within you. You're not just here to live, you're here to lead, to inspire, to transform. The dreams in your heart, the passions in your soul, they're not random, they're God's directives, urging you to make a mark that echoes through eternity. The enemy might try to cloud your vision, whispering that you're too broken or too late. But God's truth shines brighter. You're not defined by your struggles or your scars. You're defined by His love, His call, His promise. Psalm 34:18 says, "The Lord is close to the brokenhearted and saves those who are crushed in spirit." That's you, chosen one, held, healed, and destined for greatness. Your preparation is about cultivating trust. It's choosing to believe when doubt presses in. It's speaking hope when fear looms large. Think of Mary Magdalene, standing by Jesus through His darkest hour. Her faith didn't waver, and she was the first to witness His resurrection. John 20:16. Your faith is your strength, anchoring you as you step into God's promises. God's feeling about you is a divine blueprint. He's not just guiding your steps, He's designing your future. Every moment, every prayer, every choice is a piece of His plan, leading you to a life that shines with His glory. You're not lost, you're led. Proverbs 3:6 says, "In all your ways acknowledge Him, and He will make straight your paths." That's His promise, guiding you now. This isn't just about personal victory, it's about divine influence. God's preparing you to touch lives, to shift communities, to change generations. Your blessings are tools for His kingdom, wealth to build dreams, strength to lift others, faith to inspire hope. You're not just receiving, you're becoming a vessel of His love, pouring out light to a world in need. The world might try to limit your potential, but God's expanding your reach. You're not bound by your circumstances, your past, your resources, your doubts. You're walking in His limitless power. People will see it, the peace in your heart, the fire in your spirit, the glow of His favor. They'll know it's God working through you to draw them closer to Him. Preparation means embracing the refining fire. It's not always comfortable, but it's always purposeful. God's shaping you, burning away what doesn't belong. Fear, shame, hesitation. Think of a diamond, formed under pressure, polished to shine. Your trials are polishing you, making you ready to reflect His glory in ways that will stun the world. God's feeling about you is a divine guarantee.